3, 2, 1. Hey, BuzzHeads, Curtis Tucker here with another episode of the Enid Buzz podcast, doing things a little different tonight. So if you guys are watching the podcast on YouTube or Facebook or the website, I'm waving at you. I'm holding a microphone. I'm not recording into the mixer tonight because I'm trying something different because I tried something on another podcast that I was recording tonight, so I thought I would go ahead and try it on this podcast as well. So if you guys are listening to the podcast, this is definitely a podcast you might want to check out on YouTube. Go to YouTube and type in Enid Buzz or youtube.com/Enid Buzz, or go to the enidbuzz.com website and you can get information on the podcasting page there, or I may upload this video if it's short enough to Facebook as well. So I'm going to try to get into this really quick and get it done. There's a ton of stuff going on in Enid, Oklahoma this weekend, so I just want you guys to be aware of that. So what I'm going to do is the intro here is me talking, and then I'm going to transition to the screen on my computer and show you guys kind of how to get around Enid Buzz, and then I can just kind of go from article to article and give you guys that information. We're going to try that this episode, try something new, see how it goes. So let's get into it. It is a big weekend in Enid, Oklahoma. So I'm going to fire up my recording deal. A lot of the website's going to be in the middle. So we are recording the website now, so I'll probably flip over. You guys can see the website. So here is enidbuzz.com. We've got an ad for the Flying Aces. If you guys want to sponsor them, their first game is the first home game is this weekend. They are looking for sponsors. They've got some really affordable sponsor deals. I'll talk about that here in a second, but here is enidbuzz.com. The main links are right here on this black bar. We've got the blog, which is basically all of the press releases, articles, the latest news, and we've got the calendar, which is all the events. We've got a business directory. These people basically support Enid Buzz and keep me going, so please support the businesses in the business directory. Eats is basically a complete list of over 100 restaurants here in Enid, Oklahoma. Shop is basically the advertisers that have things to shop for. I do post obits on Enid Buzz if you guys have an obit, and the person used to live in Enid, but they live away, and you want people in Enid to know that they've passed away, you can send me the obits, and I do post them for free. I've got jobs. I post some jobs for free, or I can feature them for $75. I rank really high for a lot of the job terms. There's a new chat area, which hasn't really taken off yet. And then if you are in the chat area, or you want to leave comments on the blog, there's the user area there. So if you just scroll up and down, this is basically the enidbuzz.com website. What I'm going to do real quick is, before I forget, because I don't want to forget, I'm going to flip over to this other browser real quick. So Enid High is presenting Footloose. It is coming up this weekend, April 20th at 7 p.m. and the 21st at 2:30 p.m. And then they're also going to have shows on April 23rd and 26th, both at 7 o'clock. And that is in the Enid High Auditorium. Tickets are $15 for adults, $10 for students. And that is going to be a great musical. As of me recording this, I don't have it on the calendar, but hopefully by the time you see this, it will be on the calendar. So now I'm switching back to the Enid Buzz website. And because I didn't have that on the calendar, I wanted to go ahead and remind you guys. Footloose coming up at Enid High this weekend. I will get that on the calendar. But what I'm going to do is kind of go through the blog first, and then I will go through the calendar and show you guys all the stuff going on. So basically, the most recent blog articles, we've got KOFM. They've kicked off their Make-A-Wish annual thing. And usually what would happen was Alan Klepper would be up on a lift for hours and hours. This year, they're doing something different. They are just having kind of a radiothon for 3 days, the 17th, 18th, and 19th. And they're just going to be broadcasting from 6 in the morning until 8 at night. They're going to have bands playing in the afternoons out there. And this is all at Jiffy Trip at Garland and Garriott. So if you guys want to donate, you guys get out there And I've got information here, as you can see, on enidbuzz.com. Support all these great advertisers. Main advertisers, we've got Stride Bank Center, Integris Health, First Source Staffing, Security National Bank, Napoli's, Andy Swan, Kuykendall Hearing, Evans Drug. You guys support those. And then right here, Clay's Collision. So those are my main advertisers on the website. Those spots usually stay sold out all the time. When they come open, they go pretty quick. So KOFM Make-A-Wish Radiothon going on right now. I also do the weather every day on the website. So if you guys want to check the weather, check it there. Hope Outreach sent out a press release. They are starting to carry a lot more brand new merchandise. They still have a lot of their thrift merchandise, but they are also carrying a lot of new stuff. And it is like 50% off. They've got a whole area where they're putting like couches and chairs and basically a lot of home decor stuff in there. So you guys check them out. They are at 215 South Van Buren, Hope Outreach. And about, let's see, their Hope Outreach Marketplace funds 80% of their Hope Outreach ministries. And they've got 5 different community programs. So they need a lot of money to help out a lot of people. So you guys get over there and shop for them. We've also got the United Way annual meeting. I believe it is, if you're listening to this on a Thursday, I'm recording this Wednesday night. If you're listening to this on Thursday, I believe it is today. I don't know if you can still get tickets because they are serving food, but you might be able to, I'm not getting that to load. You might be able to go over there to the Stride Bank Center and at least kind of hear the update of what's going on there. Well, this using my computer is not going to help me if I can't get the pages to load. I'm not going to be able to read anything. So that article is not one. There we go. Finally loaded. Yeah, Thursday at 11:30 to 1 p.m. in the Grand Ballroom. It's $35 per person to eat. Now, again, like I said, yeah, the deadline to RSVP was the 12th, but I think you could probably show up and not eat and be able to hear a lot of what the United Way has going on. They're going to announce next year's information. So get over there, check out the United Way annual meeting. And then we've got Enid Public Schools has named 2 elementary principals. Sarah Owens and Mary Withy are the Glenwood Elementary and Prairie View Elementary principals. And so I've got more information from that press release on enidbuzz.com. The Enid Home Show coming up April 26th, 27th, and 28th. I've got a lot of information on that on the blog. And then also, like I said, we've got a whole page talking about being a sponsor of the Flying Aces. Now, they're going to have a lot of stuff going on out at the Expo Center. So this season, they were gone a season. They used to play at the Stride Bank Center, then they were gone a season. Now they're back, and they will be playing out at the Expo Center. And there's a lot of reasons why they're out there, just more room. And they've got these nets that are part of the game, which they didn't have before, and all that stuff. But if you're seeing here on the screen, they've got packages as low as $250. You get 25 game vouchers, 2 season tickets. You get a 4x4 arena banner. And so it's a really inexpensive way to advertise, but then to also support the Flying Aces so they can keep the team going and have all the activities that they're going to have out there. You can call Mark at 580-977-6452. And like I say, there's a graphic there that kind of shows all the prices and stuff. And then I've also got a graphic on there that shows the home schedule. And the first home game is this Saturday, the 20th, out at the Expo Center. So you guys get your tickets, get out there and support the Flying Aces indoor football. See what else we have on the blog. I've got the downtown Main Street Enid is planting Chinese pistache trees. I'm not sure if that's how you say that, but they are going. So you're going to notice a lot of brand new trees downtown, and they've kind of done the research on this. and the tree board gave them recommendations. And basically, these trees are supposed to not get super big, but give enough shade to kind of protect the sidewalks from the sun, and then also not big enough that they're going to crack the concrete. So you guys will be seeing a lot of new trees downtown. And then Mazzio's Pizza, if you had not heard, they have closed. They basically put a sign on their door and said, thank you for all the years, and they are now closed. From some reports, they had kind of told everybody they'd be closing, about a month ago. And so, to some people, it was a surprise. To other people, not a big surprise. I've got some information on the Children's Advocacy Centers of Oklahoma, and they are looking for people to join them as advocates for prevention of child abuse. There's a whole article about that on enidbuzz.com. So please check that out, learn more about that. We've got information on Tap and Pay from Security National Bank, where you can use your debit card to pay with Apple, Samsung, or Google Pay. Basically, by just tapping your phone. They've got a debit card that allows you to do that. And Drummond Senior, a Drummond Senior has been selected for the ASSBA scholarship, and that is Kate Mann. And I've got information. That's the Oklahoma State School Boards Association Foundation. Got information on that scholarship and more information about her on there. The United States Postal Service is planning on raising stamp rates again in July, and they just raised them. So there's a group of nonprofit advocates out there that want you guys to join them in contacting the people that be and get them to not raise the prices of the stamps again. I've got information on that as well. And then talk a little bit about a lane closure coming up on Highway 81. A lot of you were asking me, what were they building out there in the middle of the median of Highway 81 out towards kind of 81 Ranch? Well, they were building, it's kind of a temporary place where they're going to set up a concrete mixing plant, because they are going to, ODOT is going to be working on Highway 81 from Van Buren Bypass Bridge all the way to West Poplar Avenue. No, basically near West Poplar to State Highway 45. And so that's what they're going to be working on that. And that's why they're going to have that concrete mixing station there. All that is going to start on Wednesday, May 1st. And they think that is going to take 6 months. So getting out there on Highway 81 is going to be kind of a mess for about 6 months. So be prepared for that if you guys drive in or out on North Highway 81. So information on that on enidbuzz.com. And so those are kind of the articles, looking to see if there's any more businesses. If you guys notice these graphics here, one of them says Business Buzz April 2024, and one of them says Business Buzz March 2024. And basically what those are is just all the little monthly business news. I put them on their own page every month. So if you guys want to kind of catch up on the local business news, you can go there. And so like for April, the Greenbrier Village had a job fair, if you guys missed that. And Reliant Directory Primary Care, they had a ribbon cutting, added some new doctors there. Wordy Girl Creative, she's got some a series going on about how to market and get your website found. There's still 2 sessions left on that, April 25th and May 2nd. So you guys can still get signed up. I've got information there on that page on that. Introduced you guys to Cassandra Henderson, a realtor in town, and then just some other different business news. And so basically each month, I will just fill those business pages up with what the business is going on. So there's really a ton of stuff going on enidbuzz.com that you guys might not be aware of. So, and like I said, besides all of that news and business news, there's obits, jobs, the calendar, the restaurant list, which I try to keep updated all the time. I've got information, went and saw the solar eclipse. I've got pictures of that on there. So a lot of the adventures I go on and stuff are there on enidbuzz.com. I've got information on crystal digging out at the Great Salt Plains, which started April 1st. So now let's go to the calendar because there is a lot of stuff going on the calendar. We're starting out with the musical Cinderella at Northwestern. Now, this is in Alva, so if you guys want to cruise over there and help support them, the Fine Arts Department is putting on Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, and it is playing 18th, 19th, and 20th at 7 p.m. On the 20th, there's a 2 p.m. show, and I've got general admission prices, address, and all that on the calendar. And so basically, I'm going to scroll up and down. So this is like one page of, this is just basically the 19th and part of the 20th of things going on this weekend on the calendar. The next one up is the Veterans Coffee Social. They've started that. That is the first and third Thursdays of each month. Basically, people are meeting out at the Oklahoma Military History Exhibit in Oakwood Mall. It's kind of a fun place to go out there and check out stuff. But veterans can show up, get free coffee, a lot of free talk. It's just not open. It is not open to just veterans. Family members and other people in the community can go check that out. So you guys get out there and check out the Veterans Coffee Social. We've got, like I said, the United Way annual meeting coming up today. If you didn't get tickets for that, you're not going to get to eat on that. The Enid Cemetery, they're having their spring plant and bake sale this weekend, the 19th, 20th, and 21st. And that is their big fundraiser. They don't have a lot of money. I mean, people don't have to contribute money out there on an ongoing basis. So after a funeral, once people pay for their the burying of a relative, there's really no more income coming in, and so they've got to find ways to help with the crews that try to keep it trimmed and cut and weed eated out there. And so this was one of their big fundraisers. This is the 5th annual plant and bake sale. Like I said, going on this weekend from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. each day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They're going to have plants, some homemade treats. And I believe most years they're usually cooking something out there, burgers or hot dogs. And those meals are by donation. But please get over there to the Enid Cemetery on East Willow and help them with that. It's 212. No, it's actually 212 West Willow. Grand is where it changes into East Willow. So it's on West Willow. The Wee Carnival is in town. Now they're calling it the Tri-State Carnival when it's not actually the Tri-State Carnival because number one, Tri-State is not out there. And number two, Tri-State isn't until May 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And don't forget, here's a quick reminder, Tri-State has changed, so they still do where all of the students do solos and they do the ensembles and all of that at the different locations around town. They do not do the parade in May anymore. The parade has moved to the fall. I think sometimes it's September, sometimes it's October, but right around the fall time when they do their field marching contests. And so basically when the bands come into town to do the field marching, then they just go ahead and on that Saturday, they do the parade downtown. So even though they call this the Tri-State Carnival, it's not really tied to Tri-State. But it is out at Oakwood Mall. It is going to be open April 19th all the way through April 28th, Monday through Friday. They are open basically, and I think they're open just about every day, but different hours. They've got different wristbands. I've got all that information there on the calendar on Enid Buzz. I'm not going to read it all to you over here. Northwestern Oklahoma State University Enid is having a carnival, and everybody is invited. It is going to be on the 19th, which is Friday, from 5:30 to 8:30 that evening. And the public is invited. It's going to be on the intramural field. I think if you get out there to Northwestern, you guys will see all of the activities going on. They're going to have food, games, and fun. I've got information on the calendar of the cost. It's a fundraiser, so they are going to be asking. It's really, really low prices, but they're going to have fun carnival games. Silent Night on the Town is going on at the Hedges Regional Speech and Hearing Center. And even though Enid does not have a movie theater, you can go see a silent movie on April 19th from 7 to about 8:30 there at the Hedges Speech and Hearing Center. And again, that is a fundraiser for them. Tickets are $10 per person or five. You can get 5 tickets for $40. They're going to have a cash bar, free popcorn, bottled water. They're going to have prize prize raffle drawings in the lobby, and just going to be a lot of fun to get out there with family and friends and hang out and at least get to see a movie in Enid, Oklahoma. Our very own Enid Outlaws Basketball team is playing on Friday night. They kick off at 7 p.m., so get to the Stride Bank Center. They're going to be playing the Shreveport Mavericks, so get over there. Tickets run $12 to $52. $12 are very affordable tickets. It's a lot of fun. Then they've got some of the concession stands open so you guys can eat and hang out there. You can get your tickets online at stridebankcenter.com, or just go up to the door right before the game and you can get your tickets there. We've also got the Enid Speedway. They are racing in Enid, I believe, Friday night, and then I think they are racing in Longdale. Let me get this flyer. I may not be able to move this. No, I can't move this. Yeah, I can. Here's a flyer. So April 19th and 20th. Yeah, so Friday night they're going to be racing in Enid. On Saturday night they're going to be racing in Longdale, and it's the Sooner State Showdown. So I do have some of the Enid information on there on the calendar. I don't have the Longdale information on there yet, but you guys get on there and check that out. I think gates open at 4, racing starts at 8 in on Friday night. Then we move into Saturday. It is Barnstormers Breakfast Fly-In weekend. You guys get out there to Barnstormers. They open at 7:30. It's a buffet breakfast from 7:30 to 10. And it's a great place to take the kids. You get to see some of the smaller airplanes fly into Woodring, and they land. They come in, have breakfast. Like I said, it is a buffet breakfast, so lots of great food on the buffet. It's $10.99 for adults, $5.99 for kids 12 and under, and a great breakfast. But you also get to watch the airplanes fly in and take off. So you guys get out there to Woodring Airport for that. Enid Cars and Coffee. I think this might be their first one for the season, maybe. They meet in the Blazes parking lot in the Northgate Center there on West Willow, at Willow and Van Buren. And basically, if you just have a cool car, truck, motorcycle, anything like that, you can take it over there and show it off for free. Everybody just kind of stands around, has coffee, talks, looks at the cars. It's kind of a cool deal. And then Kites Over Enid kicks off on Saturday. And I believe Saturday is 10 a.m. I think both days, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., I believe. Or maybe 4 p.m. You have to get on the 4 p.m., 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on the 20th and 21st. It's out there at the Richard Dermer Memorial Flying Field. It's right behind or south of Autry Tech, south of the Strait Center. There's a field back there. You guys can find it. And you need to enter that from the side street on Van Buren. Don't try to enter from Willow. I believe they will have Willow blocked off. They're going to have food trucks. And I think somebody there selling kites. So you guys get over there and fly kites and watch the other kites. Onto the second page of the calendar on what's going on this weekend alone, we've got Redbird Farm. They're having their spring market on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. They're going to have all kinds of local ranchers and vendors and producers out there at Redbird Farm, and lots of stuff for the kids to do. We've got the Market Spring Craft Show going on in the ballroom of the Stride Bank Center. Lots of vendors there. You guys can pick up a lot of gifts for Mother's Day, for graduation, and for Father's Day. So now is the time to go get your stuff. Get over there at 10 a.m. when they open, and they are a featured event. If you see that blue line there kind of pointing them out, that means they are a featured event on the Enid Buzz calendar. Leonardo's is having their monthly art quest. It's the first and third Saturdays of every month. You guys can get on the calendar and get more information on that. I believe it runs 2 sessions, one at 11, one at 3 p.m. We've got Enid Author Fest. This is an annual event going on at the library. That is Saturday the 20th from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. A lot of authors that are local or have ties to Enid, they will be there. They will be selling their books. They will be signing books. They will be reading from their books. There's going to be all kinds of stuff going on for authors over there. And it's basically at the Enid Public Library there on West Main in downtown Enid, Oklahoma. So go support that. I've got information and links to all that information on the calendar. I'm not sure why Evans switched their weekend from last weekend to this weekend, but they are having their Kids Express, where the kids can go in there and do a free craft. It's only about a 10 to 15 minute craft, but the parents get a coupon, can go through the store and buy something cheap. The kids, once they finish their craft, they get a pin and they get to collect all of the pins and put them on their lanyards. And it's kind of a cool, fun place for the kids. And the kids can also check out the toy department there at Evans on West Willow in the Northgate Center. The Holly Fish Fry is going on this weekend. That's at the Holly Fire Department in Holly, Oklahoma. You guys can look that up on the map. It is a fundraiser for them as well. That'll be Saturday, serving food from 4:30 to 7 p.m. Donations are accepted at the door, and all the funds will be used to support the ongoing work of the fire department, basically located on Greer Road in Nash, Oklahoma. That's 7 miles north of Nash on Highway 132, then 1 mile east on Greer Road. And basically, I've got those instructions on the calendar on enidbuzz.com. And then the Enid Outlaws are playing basketball again on Saturday at the Stride Bank Center. They will be taking on Little Rock Lightning, and that is at 7 p.m. You guys can get your tickets, stridebankcenter.com, or get them at the door. You guys go support them. We've also got the Flying Aces first home game out at the Expo Center. They are going to try not to schedule the Outlaws and the Flying Aces at the same time. This is one weekend that they did. And so the Flying Aces indoor football game is going on at the same time as the Outlaws, 7 o'clock out at the Expo Center. But they're going to have all kinds of activities for the kids out there. It is a really fast-paced football, a lot different than regular football. If you guys have not seen the indoor football, you guys need to get out there and check that out. And then Kites Over Enid continues on Sunday, April 21st, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., kind of just more of kite flying, and then they'll probably have the closing ceremony as well. So basically, that gets us through all of the main events. Well, then there's live music, which I don't even have on the calendar yet. It's Wednesday night. Some of the places I don't know who's playing, but there's usually live music either on a Friday or a Saturday. Some of the usual places are Enid Brewing, Settlers, the Alibi, Chicaro's. So you guys check those. You can check their Facebook pages, but I will try to get a lot of that live music added to the calendar. And so then the next events are coming up the next weekend, which is the Enid Home Show and a lot of stuff. And then we've got look for the Commons. They've got a barbecue. Let me pull this over here if you guys are watching on the screen. It's the Ladisaw Evans Chef Wars Backyard Barbecue. And they just, the Commons, it's kind of a fundraising thing for them to do some repairs on the Commons. And so they had 3 chefs compete last time. This time they're going to have 4 chefs cooking outdoors. For $10, you get a great meal of barbecue out there next to the Commons at the Keatley Chapel, which is basically north of the Commons, that other building. It's going to be out in the parking lot. Hopefully the weather will be good. A lot of stuff going on there. And then they've also got VIP tickets, and that gets you, I think, a lot of the samples. So there's going to be a barbecue meal, which is just basically a nice barbecue meal for everybody that wants to pay for that. But the VIP people that buy the VIP tickets, they're going to get to judge the chefs, and they're going to be cooking a huge variety of things. So get your VIP tickets. I think they are just $35, and you can get those from Kathy. Call her at 580-237-6164, extension 129, or I think I've got another phone number for her information on Enid Buzz. Go to the Enid Buzz Facebook page, and there's information on there. So anyway, try to keep this right around 30 minutes for you guys this week. Appreciate you guys checking in on the Enid Buzz podcast. Don't forget, you can watch it on YouTube, watch it embedded on enidbuzz.com, or you might be watching this on Facebook. I think I'll try to upload it to the Facebook page this week. So please subscribe to the Enid Buzz YouTube channel, because I not only post the podcast, but a lot of videos from around town. And subscribe to the podcast on your podcasting listening platform so you know when new episodes are released. I've got a newsletter that we send out almost every week. You guys can sign up for that. I've got information at the bottom of every page on enidbuzz.com. If you'll click on join our mailing list, there'll be a link that you can go to right there, and you can just give them your email and you'll be subscribed to the newsletter. So just a lot of different ways that I am able to contact you guys if something happens to Facebook. I know a lot of people rely on Facebook, but Enid Buzz is a lot more than a Facebook page. We've got Instagram and Twitter, and like I say, the newsletter, the podcast, working on a new mobile app. We'll have the mobile app out soon. And so been doing this since 2005, keeping you guys updated. So I appreciate you guys sticking with me, and I'm going to sign off, and I will talk to you guys soon. See ya.